I recently had an argument about Fidel Castro. Hear me out. It's not about his dictatorship or how he destroyed Cuba, made it communist and making it the only country that went from being a developed nation into a third world status country. I know I'm a little passionate about that, but that wasn't my conversation. I was arguing with a friend who is a Latino named Miguel about John Leguizamo and how he slammed James Franco for being cast as Fidel Castro in an upcoming movie because he's not Latino. And Leguizamo even called for a boycott of the movie. I told Miguel, I disagree. He clutched his proverbial pearls and proceeded to call me a traitor to my own people. You know what happens. It's the part in the conversation where any healthy debate gets shut down because someone makes assumptions, calls the other one a name, the parties all retreat into their self-righteous corners. I didn't want to do that because I hate problems that not only focus on the problem, but I hate situations that only focus on problems and you don't get to discuss the solutions. I'm very much into solutions and also not a fan of the pearl clutching. So I took a deep breath and proceeded to have an actual conversation with Miguel to figure out the real problem in the situation and discuss solutions. You see, the problem isn't really that Franco isn't Latino. He, as an actor, should be able to do what he does best. His craft is essentially to convince us that he is someone he is not, that he is the character he is portraying. What would happen if we painted every single movie with that brush? We would have no Al Pacino and Scarface. I mean, listen, I'm a Cuban American. I was born in Cuba. I am proud of and fully steeped into the richness and beauty of my culture. I love that movie. And so do most Cubans. There would be no award-winning performance by Tom Hanks of A Gay Man in Philadelphia, no Viggo Mortensen in Carlito's Way as Lalin, no Hank Azaria as Agador Spartacus, the gay Guatemalan houseboy in Birdcage, one of my all-time favorite movies. Hank is neither gay nor Guatemalan. And speaking of Cubans, Ana de Armas is playing Marilyn Monroe in a movie. Does she not get to play Marilyn because she is neither a white, blonde woman? So when I rattled all of these off to Miguel, and I had a huge list, thanks to Google, he just spit out the usual arguments about a lack of diversity in Hollywood. Bingo. That is the problem. Latinos account for only about 5% of main cast members in TV and film, despite being roughly 20% of the population. We're talking 60 million strong. It has been the same for the last 10 years. Even though we represent 20% of the population, we only get about 5% of the cast members in TV and film. Can we say scarcity? So yes, when a non-Latino like James Franco gets tapped to play a character who is Latino, that scarcity mindset takes a hold of us and all we see is, oh, look, another white dude getting our Latino roles, right? What we should be doing is casting so many Latinos that this fighting over who is and who isn't Latino and who gets what roles doesn't continue to cloud the issue. The lack of diversity. And I'm not just talking about Latino characters or Latino actors playing the maid or the gangster or the ex-con or the overly sexy Latina, right? Latinos can play the lead roles. They can be the attorney. They can be the private investigator or the beautiful career woman in a rom-com who eventually realizes that she's in love with the guy she purportedly hates, right? And it's not just the same damn Latinos. No offense to these fabulous stars who have most certainly paved the way. But we do have more talent than just J-Lo, Leguizamo, Eva Longoria, Andy Garcia, Sofia Vergara. You get the gist of what I'm saying. In fact, yesterday, I was at a networking event where the icebreaker was, hey, who would you like to play you in a movie about your life? If you ask someone who is non-diverse that question, they have a huge pool of actors to pick from. In our networking event, which was a Latino networking event, the women all chose Salma Hayek, J-Lo, Penelope Cruz, Sofia Vergara. And we're talking about probably 25, 30 people. The men chose John Leguizamo and Javier Bardem. So no, we don't need non-Latinos being boycotted. We just need more Latinos playing all types of roles. Get rid of the scarcity and the scarcity mindset. The real solution is more Latinos in all types of roles, including the decision-making ones. And this applies everywhere, not just Hollywood. More Latinos in the boardroom, more Latinos in the news, and not just Spanish language media, more Latinos in tech and marketing, advertising, biosciences, more Latino startups getting funding to match the fact that we create businesses at a rate of 44% more than any other group, but our funding is like half of that, right? And that's why I created AMIGOS. It's a Latino professional community whose focus is abundance, opportunities, and elevation, and helping each other, and not on scarcity. And can we please stop clutching our damn pearls so we can hear each other out and work together to find the real solutions to real problems? Gracias.